And I'm
Oh,
live. Wait a minute. You're not live.
I was only half alive. That
There
makes
you
no
go.
sense to
That's why
me.
you're always wondering. You think you're alive, but you're down there.
Only half alive. That makes absolute more sense. The last week has kind of been very much like that, where I just miss like one thing. Yeah. Like they say, it's like writing the email and forgetting to send, or
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
you know. From earlier this morning. Coming home to bed. Oh wow. Oh, it was really beautiful, Heaney. It was lovely. Yeah. All taking like slightly new avenues or big new avenues. Oh, did you see me, Heaney? Yay! You saw us last night. We had Josh on. It was a beautiful show last night. It was really lovely to have Josh with us. We did bring you in. We did give you lots of love and gratitude, PG. Hello, Suzette, beautiful sunshine. We saw you on Josh today as well. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Suzette, did you put those crystals on your mirror? And Millie was there, and who else? Victor was there, and Cricket was there. Yeah. Yeah. Suzette, did you put those crystals on your mirror? At the bottom of your bed? I think you got them from Chloe.
Oh, she has not.
Hmm? Oh, okay. Well, if you do them, you'll sleep even better. Yeah. So, yeah, we've got PG back in the land of half life.
Am I? I don't know.
Or live,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
We're not sure, but he's
I'm
camouflaged.
somewhere, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's everywhere. So,
Yep, holding it together.
oh. Yeah, the mirror is at the bottom of you. Yeah, so that could be why you're also sleeping better. I'm not sure when I'm going to do the another show of feng shui, but soon I hope. It's time. We'll have to just work with the energies, because I want to do it over like 3 or 4 days, so that we just get it, yeah, and not like have a whole week in between where we're not sure what's happening. Yeah. Don't forget to give them a rinse every now and again, your crystals, because they're absorbing. Yeah, I think these are a lot of like energies that have sigils that have come up for us over the time as well. But these are, so anybody want to take a screenshot of these, you're welcome. Work with them. Doodle with them. They're really easy doodle ones to play with your work. Yeah. Just keeping us nice and safe. So who else coming to join our show? Oh wait, I want to just clear the energies here with my beautiful bells. Yeah, I jumped down, but I'm happily streaming forth rainbows from my icy mountain. Actually, I was burning up today. I was really feeling very hot. But that's okay. We're doing a lot of heat. The sun's definitely new suns, new energies, very new energies. So just tune into them, acclimatize to them.
A lot of people seeing the pink sun. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of pictures.
Mm.
Magic. Woo! Bubbles. Magic.
So you mean how many years? 7 years of just pouring out love. Actually, it's longer. From my heart is actually working.
Yeah.
Pouring out rose quartz. Cool.
Just 7 years? Come on. You could have given us 50 years. Just kidding.
No, I'm just trying to think.
Never happy, huh?
No, but we're not really like opened my and let people see was in about 20, because that's why I shifted so much stuff, because it was only done with love. I mean, I knew it from the 80s, but when I really worked with it was 2016, 2015. I mean, I've always worked with it, but really poured it and shifted stuff. Anyway, let's just clear these beautiful energies, because if they need a little clearing, or we can go flying here, or whatever they're going to do with us. So Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. That was a very nice sound. I'm really grateful for those bells that come from.
Oh, that sucks, Sini. Well, I
Oh
won't say nothing
no.
for Canada, but stay safe.
Okay, yeah. That's so interesting, because I had to put that. I'm also like I just said to PG, I put a bit of
Yeah,
smoke, some
everyone's in smoke today. What's
incense,
going
and
on?
I had to take it.
That's weird.
I had to take it off because I couldn't cope with the smoke. Yeah.
That's funny. Funny thing. So, what have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
I can't say. I can't even follow my own story at this point. So,
It's okay.
yay! Having fun, doing bubbles and booping everything I see, basically, and doing magic. Woo! I'm becoming a mage.
Can we put you up there, PG?
Yep, it's ready.
Let's have a look where you've been. Ah, the rising of the big hot daddy.
Yay, the Phoenix energies. Everyone feeling it.
Yeah, it was just us. We're just talking just now, but it's kind of just pace yourselves. Yeah, we've got Venus really playing wonderful things. So I think it moves in on the 6th, and we've got this beautiful full moon coming up next week. And we've got Pentecost Sunday, Monday, so that's going to be very interesting as well. Yeah, whichever way, it is what it is. It's it's so many people believe in it. Yeah.
We met each other through Josh, basically.
Yeah.
And we got called to each other like it was a call more than anything.
It was actually, I mean,
Divine intervention.
Yeah. Yeah. It was basically, I mean, yeah, I'd seen PG stuff, but I didn't really connect too much. But it was when we did that Zoom call. Yeah, I did mention it on the live last night, I think.
Yeah, it makes me really sad that I couldn't be there for everything. Just
okay. Don't be sad. You were there.
I send them so much love, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows.
You did get it. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a very.
I think I shared that one already. I am that I am.
Yes, I think you did. Yeah.
And there's
yes, art is absolutely, yes.
I haven't shared that one yet. So
no, but it is. Art is.
We're gonna start with this one. So
read that for us.
I am not here to explain. I am here to vibrate, to haul the colors into being, to hold the pen like a wand and bleed. I speak in spirals, in skip-glitch syntax, in notes that broke free from the staff. I don't always know the name. Actually, I never know the name. But I know the feeling. That I do. And that is enough. I cracked open on a Tuesday, told the storm to enter, and offered it tea in my chest. Now lighting hums through my fingertips. Now chalk becomes the sigil. Now the fairies drinks espresso and giggles and static because the game just got good. I am a flicker, I am a flare. I am the one who boops at the edge of despair. I am art. So it is.
That's a beautiful saying somebody shared with me once a while ago, is to make an artwork of your life.
Then we got into those. Those are pretty personal to us.
Yeah, very much so.
New single.
This is so frigging powerful, guys. You have no idea.
I knew they were powerful, but my first instincts was boring.
No, I know it looks that sad, so don't be mistaken and don't be misled. It is absolutely a perfect full blueprint from beginning to end and sealed.
Going back home, coming through the
Absolutely.
portals and unity and rebirthing everything, reconnection, humans, everything. Yeah, it's a little story too if you read it.
It's a big story. It's a very big story.
Yeah, that one was for another thing. Oh, yay, my little Coder girl. I always have fun with my avatars. Litchi coding girl, then I added some bubbles and colors to those glyphs. They were shy. Oh, and then the beautiful loom. Retreading's the thread of fate.
For me it was like creating a whole, that's very, very powerful. It's like creating a whole new Chloe Boop. Did anybody get it on their feed? Because I got it on my feed, but I can't share like shorts about Betty Boop being a black girl. It was so nice. It was like, because I'd mentioned it the other day. So I couldn't share it. Maybe I'll try to share it sometime. But it was just like, thank you. I know that, but thank you for booping me. Yeah. We are all absolutely, every breath we take is a co-creation. Yeah.
I don't care about the upstairs anymore. Whatever.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
Yay.
That is like dandelions.
Yay. Seeds
Dandelions,
in the
wishes, whispers. I used to have this big dandelion light. It was so beautiful.
In the ethers. Yeah, Father Sky. Yeah. It's both. It's nature and sky and wind.
Yeah.
That nice little glyph. Grounding infinity.
Nope.
Adding some fun in the game again. I think that represented the crash, or I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, crash
That's
game.
a fun one. It's a fun one.
Oh, that was my that was my best song for many, many years. So, well, Sisters of Mercy were just so amazing. But I Walk the Line Between Good and Evil. My favorite song. Ooh, that's nice.
Yep. I think I got that yesterday. I didn't create much since last time. I've been through it too. Holding my ground.
Wow. It was yesterday.
Yeah, a lot is going on. Good. I'm glad everyone's feeling it.
Yeah.
because we are moving a lot of energies.
Yeah. Lots. Oh, hello, beautiful Victor. Oh, I love. Oh, beautiful.
Very
Lots of love flowing in. Lots and lots and lots. Chloe, I read such weird things with my eyes. I love my eyes. I just work from my ego. So I hope that that was true as well, Chloe. I don't know why she wrote, I just work from my nap, but I read, I just work from my ego.
Oh, that's cute. Nice.
I know, it's awesome. Big stuff. I hope not too many guns, Victor. Just like.
No, she's talking about these guns.
Huh? Oh, those. Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
Pew pew pew. So yeah, yesterday's spell. I don't have much to say about those. They're just spells that went through.
Oh.
More data download. Just grounding on that magic into glyphs and symbol. That's the follow-up to what we were doing together.
Yeah, I can see. We must. Yeah, but we'll talk a bit later. Just don't run away for too long when you go for your cigarette or your bee break.
Doing what I can, love.
No, I know you can because I like I saw when you sent me stuff after Truth Wave this morning, but
Yeah.
I was kind of really I was floating in little blobs of clouds. It was really beautiful. Thanks, and I think I did nap, but I can quite happily get up and work with you. So
Yay.
yeah, so. Which we'll just really do now. Serious mega bubble power.
That's to anchor magic, basically.
Mm.
Nice little anchor for everyone. It's simple, yet it works.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a little human dancing.
It does, but it's also like an anchor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Human anchor.
Yeah.
Bringing the magic back into your humans.
And that's really, it's been for so long, but really, it's okay. We'll get it when we get it. It's just kind of focus on, what you're doing, what you're supposed to be doing, or what you're holding, and just really anchor in your light, whichever it is, because the universe and the powers all out there need your light to shine wherever you are. Yes, jump around from your perch to wherever you want to go, but come back to base, to ground base zero, and just like be there. Anchor your light where you are. Because there's lots of people anchoring their light, and that just lightens the planet more and more and more. Yeah. And it's about also momentum. So the more that you meditate or focus on one thing, the stronger it gets. Yeah. And it's quite difficult to build up that momentum again when you've moved on from it. You have to start. It's a game of snakes and ladders. Hello, Tootsie Roll.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. Bringing the portal energies from up there down to the waters, the sacred waters.
Yep. The
same thing.
Yeah. Bubble power.
And the things are turning into dragons. That's what I got from this one.
Well, yeah. It's awakening of the sacred. Or, they've been awake for a while, but it's another level. We're on another level. And it's like, I don't feel it's for some, obviously it's a rainbow bridge, but I don't feel the rainbow bridge right now. I've shared it a couple of times, and that's what it I said it just now. It's like a rope with knots in it. Like that old-fashioned ladder that you climb.
Yeah, Victor, I gotta say, I'm so sorry I couldn't participate in the Josh video. It was awesome. Good freaking job. I was just going through it and holding so many timelines and stuff, a bit scattered. So I wish I could have, but yeah, I sent some good in the waves to Josh yesterday. I think he's gonna feel it somewhere. But yeah, good job, Vic. That video was awesome. I even cried a little.
Yeah,
I
that
love Josh
was.
so
Thank
much.
you.
None of this could have happened without him. So yeah,
Mm. Those are
so
angel wings.
yeah.
Those aren't dragon wings.
Energies are coming back.
Yeah. And that is it, that's the Hamsa breath, which creates the wings at our back. And you can just breathe that from your heart up, Hamsa. And it means I am that I am. It was a good one of Yogananda's. Well, it's not just his. It's a Hindu breath.
I keep on trying to solve this maze, but it just won't. Yep. Nope. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Just kidding. That's a hard maze.
Yeah. I'm putting lots of protection all over the place. Sorry, guys. I'm really like lots. It's just being meant to be. And I was just reading that some old person, she's now long gone, she sealed stuff up for 100 years because people, but she used various seals on
I
her
was
work.
thinking, how much protection is too much protection? Because
Well, one
I live
has
with
to.
an overprotecting mother, and I know what this is. I'm doing that because I love you. Ah, shut up. I'm not doing anything because you love me, you know? Sorry, that's just something that's coming up for me. I get protection, but sometimes you gotta drop it, you know?
No, absolutely. Oh, no, 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 no. I know. I mean, I came from a very, very, she had reason to be very extraordinarily protective, overprotective of me. And
Exactly.
I
You
turned
know,
into
so you know what
exactly,
I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, and I
you can't
turned to
live
be
because you're
exactly the opposite.
overprotected. It's like, wow.
Yeah. Because I had to really confront all of those fears and problems as I grew, as I got older. I mean, at 16, I can remember walking over stones on this is not even a big river. It was terrifying. You have no idea. But I wasn't allowed. I didn't play with water. I didn't just because would get pneumonia and have convulsions. So there was reason that my mother did kind of protect me. I understand where she came from. But for me, and I couldn't play on like the jungle gyms and things at the park. Oh God. So I would actually turn my back on my kids so I couldn't watch what they were doing.
That's a smart move. You know,
Well, yeah, otherwise it
let
would
them
freak me
live a
out.
little.
I was 100% present, but I had to, I would turn my back so I didn't see. Otherwise, I would have turned into my mother. And I really pushed that my children weren't. I've got a lot of weird stories about snakes and frogs and things and all the bugs and hohos that I made them touch. Or they have absolutely no problem with any of those creatures. But yeah, it's hard work, yeah. And that's part of the journey, is to confront these things and to confront your fears, yeah. And sometimes you don't have to, but you have to have had that willingness. And sometimes it's, oh, okay, I didn't have to go through that one, which is great. But it's just, I mean, Victor's doing a lot of stuff in his own, doing like going to have meet outs and eat outs and whatever, just crossing one by one, That's nice.
More sigils of unity and game
Aw.
creation.
We need Millie to fill us in when it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a time capsule.
Yeah, just adding my flair.
Cool.
I mean, the original ones are so boring. They're powerful, but I find them boring. I just always want to add my touch. And that looks like one you just shared, too. Yeah, always bubble lacking. Never nothing And that's what happened last week.
Mm.
Last weekend. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, just
It's
carry. It was
gonna
a bit.
happen again, probably. Who knows?
It was a big Venus dance. So yeah, but we must talk later.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble, guys. I'm gonna get
It's gonna get
grounded.
that. How it's gonna get that. You know
I'm
that
gonna get
talking to
scolded so bad.
that one.
Help! Help me!
But he knows. I can feel he knows. Oh, that's nice. I got a crow feather the other day. I told you. Hey. Mm-mm.
Crow's one of our familiars always. Yeah, that's the other one. But Crow
But
was
see, oh,
incomplete,
that's
so I'm trying to
beautiful.
help the Crow energies. What did you say? Sorry?
No, no. I was just going to say that if you do see birds and things, it's so weird. Like they, if you look at any of those bird books, they tell you what they look like and what their habitat is, but they don't go into it any deeper. So really, maybe like if you want to find out about the birds and how they build their nests and a little bit more about their real life, then just like go onto Google or something and really explore, or type into YouTube to maybe have a video of that bird. It's seriously very, very transformative. You know, how they build their homes, what they, yeah, that they mate for life. Yeah. So what else is new, PG? What else is new? Crow energy. Eating crow is PG.
No, I'm helping Crow. He lost
I
a couple
like
of his
that.
elements, so I'm just
What's it
recalibrating
in the
some of the
center?
board.
Is that the planet? No, it's in something.
It's in everything. That's the void.
Oh, okay.
The colors coming out from the void through the glyphs.
It's the black rainbow.
Then it goes. That's my favorite one.
I like that. That's really. It's we would. I don't think PG knows what he's doing right now. Or do you know PG? No.
Yes and no.
Yes. And we're weaving.
Surviving.
We're weaving. We're weaving. We're weaving. We're weaving a whole new universe. It's the sacred golden threads. You know, there's the red thread and the gold thread that runs through so much.
It's
And
just, I know what I'm doing. I'm just so out of time that
yeah,
I can't know where I am in the story anymore. So I'm going a bit everywhere. So
yeah.
that's why you miss me and I'm scattered and
It's okay.
I
I'm a
don't know
fashion
because that's
designer.
someone's
Yeah,
got to do it and it's my universe. So yeah.
yeah. But I relate. I'd see it, and then I'd like go double check somewhere else and treble check. But I am by trade a fashion designer. Yeah, the fashion
Yeah.
design, so and can make all those beautiful, pretty little things. And interesting, I taught myself to sew pretty much. My mother didn't. She taught my sister everything,
Self-taught.
but she didn't have that much time for me. So I taught myself to sew, and I had quite a few businesses with sewing. I even sewed for the Los Angeles Ballet Company. I
Nice.
sewed Cinderella, that's ugly stepmother's dress.
Oh, cute. So did you do
So
that
yeah,
for a
no,
long time?
I was good at sewing, but I burned out.
Well, yeah.
I did burn out. I would, for many, 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 many years, I lived on less than 4 hours sleep. 4 hours sleep was a really good time. Was a really long night for me.
Yeah, that'll burn you out.
Yeah, I did for years. Yeah, yeah. But you train yourself, so you get used to it. And really, the human being doesn't need, I like this, the blink code. That's amusing.
Well, that's because I'm getting constant with talking with the trees.
Good.
Oh, you know that story I talked to you about? Well, yeah, now it's every day they just blink at me and we have conversation. They look like fireflies, but they're not. They're way too
Yeah.
high and they're not fireflies. So yeah, I call it the blink code when we. So I'm starting to find a way to communicate more clearly with them.
Yeah, the trees, and that was, but that was also with this the sun energy and the magnetic changing. Is that the trees are really enjoying it? The trees are going to be amazing. You
Oh,
know,
they hold way much than we give them credit for.
yeah,
They're not just little oxygen machine. They're
yeah,
consciousness machines. They're crazy. They're the antennas of the earth, and
mm.
they're nuts. And
And
they do love playing. They
communication.
love booping stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and they love bubbles too. It turns out.
Oh, they do. They have so many bubbles, and they sing. If you listen to them, they do talk. Yeah, lots of trees, lots of beautiful energies in trees. That's what I just had, that beautiful, simple insight, huge insight, was the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. They are such the four huge foundation pillars of the planet.
Mm.
It holds all our food and our healing and our shelter, and you name it is within those. The birds and the bees and the flowers and the sacred geometries within the flowers, because not each one is, yes, each one is different, but they're different formulas of geometry in the flowers and in the fruits. And just think, I mean, a seed, you know how big is a seed? It's really tiny. And it's compressed, all that frigging energy. It's got all the codes to be an apple tree, that teeny weeny flipping little thing. It's insane, you
Seeds
know?
are awesome.
Yeah. I mean, just think of an an acorn. That was an old, like, Celtic thing, how they used to bury babies. They would bury them when their babies died. They would bury them sitting up in the fetal position, and they would put an acorn between their hands. So that's where a lot of those old forests in England, and they also, like, many, some even a couple of now I'd say a couple of thousand years old, but 1,000, hey, who knows? And then there are those old big trees, you know, those really from another time. Anyway, that's another time. But yeah, trees. And that was a huge insight when I was, like, channeling a huge amount of stuff, that no matter how dark your life is, there is always music. Maybe you're just whistling. There's always a bird and there's always a tree in your life. Just something. Yeah.
And boom, the big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. There's a big one. It's
I
another
mean,
sonic boom.
it's basically this.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
what I
okay.
see, but
Yeah,
it's the next evolution. It's
yeah,
a bit more zoomed out and cosmic, and
yeah. But you see, what I'm dreaming at the moment, those, like the things going off, and they're like the tendrils, and they're kind of white with a bit of a glow. And then I think that they are actually from the San people, the original one, some of the oldest people. I'm sure they'll find older, but as yet they haven't really. Um, the Bushmen, not supposed to call them Bushmen. But yeah, they create this beautiful string to heaven without drugs. They don't do drugs. They might smoke some of them, but they just dance and chant.
yeah.
And that's the beautiful string that comes. But they closed all that knowledge down so that we can't find it. I do understand in South Africa for many years that they don't tell people where the paintings are, because people as people are all want to take a chip of everything, you know.
I mean, we're getting it from the back end right now, so who cares about the old paintings?
Well, it is.
We
It's the
make our own
ancient
paintings
future.
now.
Yeah, we are really working with a whole new lot of stuff, but at the same time, don't throw. You know, there's a lot of like stuff to be drawn from the ancients, from the real ancients. You know, when they're uncovering right now from those our ancient future, the old temples.
I'm
But
done
don't get
waiting for
stuck
the
in them
old.
because we are creating new stuff.
Hey, Care Bear. Hey, Karen.
Mm. Hey, sweetie. Hello, beautiful one. Oh, I like that. Oh, she's gone dancing.
Yeah. Nice little dance this morning.
Cool. Ooh,
My little foxy avatar with dimensional wings. I
it
don't know.
was so weird.
I got on wings this morning, so
I saw two beings there actually when you showed that first, but then I see interesting things like, you know, going together like that with wings.
that's
They're
the
beautiful.
main one for today.
Mm. Mm.
And the last one. So yeah, growing wings. So yeah, that's all I got. I've been holding a lot of space and not really creating much, but yeah.
That's okay. Um,
Been helping some people too, and yeah, lots going on. Lots of stuff going on.
mm,
But we can't really talk about it. It's not confirmed. We're just waiting to see what happens then. Keep an open mind and see what pops off. See where our
mm.
intentions are met, basically.
Well, it is, yeah, it's out there. We're pouring. I mean, yeah, lots of people are pouring. Not lots, but there are a few people pouring a huge amount of stuff onto the planet, and it's like the rain, you know. It rains on everybody and everything, on the wicked and the good and the bad and the ugly, all alike. And you're picking up what you pick up, and some won't pick up anything. And that's all perfect and just as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when the wind blows, everybody feels the wind. So if you're in tune and you're working with your energies and improving your own personal energy frequency, and not sitting with your poop too much, that's just that. Yeah, I'm just rainbowing again. I'm really lucky. I feel I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. But it's hard work. It's getting very hard right now to focus and to just keep that rainbow energy moving. But we're moving, that's coming up for full moon. So I've got to just keep getting, please just go.
Oh, it's like in everything, it's finding the balance between all that spiritual stuff holding and being and existing and living.
Yeah. Rubber wings are very beautiful. Yeah. Oh, here's that beautiful one, that simple one. But I'll talk to you about it later. I'm not going to discuss it now.
This one?
No, that black and white one. It's got everything in it, guys. No, you sent it to me. Go back. I think unless I missed it. Oh, this is good. This is subliminal. Yay. Hey, beautiful Twister. My beautiful sister. How are you? That one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the follow-up to those are those are us right now.
Yeah.
Our distance. The code coming in, that's me. And yeah, those are the next codes coming in for the new one.
Yeah, this is like seriously so flipping powerful.
It looks so stupid, doesn't it?
I know. It is just so this is a complete beautiful, and I sent you the queen bee said thank you very much. The goddess, high priestess of big bees. So I'm not going to discuss that. My babbling. I'll talk to you about it
Hey,
later.
Trista.
She's awesome. Chloe, I'm waiting with anticipation. And art, yeah, whatever you do, whether you're cooking or you're baking or you're gardening or you painting or drawing on the walls or knitting or hooking
With
or
crayons.
yeah, I've got crayons, whatever. It's all about art. Art is what it's about. It's creation. Yeah. And really very powerful when you're doing it yourself. So doing sigils, writing, doodling. Yeah, I say that over and over. So, and if you have the space and you can create a beautiful spiral or a sigil in your garden with stones, please do it. The Mother Earth and the birds and everything will be so happy. So go and I'm sure that the next big tornado will whip it away, but just go and do a beautiful with flowers, as I say, flowers or leaves or sticks, or do some beautiful sigil or just a spiral. Spirals are very powerful.
Spiral, triangles, circles.
Yeah. Anything, just like it's like your garden art. Yeah, find a little space to do it, which would be really very powerful for yourself and for the earth and for the collective. Yeah. And that will help to acknowledge Mother Earth and speed up the process.
Have you guys been stargazing these days? Lots of ship, lots of
Oh, golly,
activity.
so many, so much.
I've had the mothership come by. Cloaked mothership, but yeah, twice, and a lot of stuff in the sky. Pretty much fun. I love that shit. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's because the veils are down. The veils are pretty much down, guys. There's not much left. Oh, baby boo. I just want to put this up here for a second so anybody can do a screenshot of those are protective sigils. So there you've got the spiral and the circle and crosses. So any of these in your garden, they also activating sigils. But they're gentle. I mean, some of them are powerful protective sigils, but they're activating as well. And yeah, our work does need a little bit of order and protective to it. Like if you're working with like blowing glass, you need some protective clothing. That kind of thing. Yeah. Tristan, I've done 2, which is really awesome.
I'm a big sci-fi nerd. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, the CE5, I've done 2, so and calling them. I do quite a lot of stuff. Yeah. I'm still very anxious about all those satellites that are going to
Yeah, they've been coming to me for a while, Chloe, but I mean, it's bigger and bigger every time, and Now I can poop them into another dimension. That's pretty cool. I developed some glitch protocols. They're pretty funny.
Mm,
Always in fun and love.
mm,
And your reflection becomes the source. That's pretty cool.
mm.
That one that summoned the tentacles probably with that one. Yeah, all last week's
Yeah,
stuff.
this is last week's stuff. Mm. Oh, yeah. Trista, what time? I'll join you in spirit with that in energy.
MST3K, I don't know what that is, Vic.
There's that guy also. He's Mr. BB333. He's actually a scientist or an engineer, but he collects a lot of like strange phenomena. People like send him. I'm sure I'll put it on my YouTube, on my page. Yuki, come, let's do some of this here. Come, let's do
Oh, Mr. Damn, is that show? Is that a road show? Hmm. Yeah, that's the 90s show, isn't it? That goes. Maybe I watched it. Ah, man, that's some old stuff.
That sounds so cool. Mystery Science Theater through. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's from my childhood. I kind of got deleted with the years. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Mm.
I love anything geeky.
Oh, thanks, Victor. I'll also have a peep at that. It sounds cool. And yeah, just check him out as well. I think it's Mr. BB333. Yeah. He doesn't really know what's going on this on a metaphysical level, but he's collecting the phenomena on a
I will.
very basic on a very scientific level. So people are sending from all over the world like weird like UFO sightings and
Oh,
lights
so many
going.
sightings. I keep up with the sightings. I got a couple YouTubes that
Yeah.
I watch, but yeah, I took a big break on spiritual stuff these last
Yeah.
days. I don't know. Time, like in Truth Wave this morning, time is getting all
Yeah. Yeah,
naughty.
Mr. Anurag, thanks. MBB333, thanks, Chloe. Yeah, he's nice because I love those people that are not into the spiritual side of it. You know, they're just doing it because it's like
It's
scientific.
there. They
Huh?
analyze it. Some analyze it like pretty intelligent, scientifically.
Yeah, just get down to the science, you know.
Yeah, but don't overread into everything. Sometimes, like a purple sky, could be because of something, but it's there. Enjoy it, you know? I used to do that. Always try, oh, well, dismiss. Yeah, you dismiss a lot by thinking you know the source, but yeah, often it's many sources.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the dismissing problem. Like, well, I know why the cloud is like that. It's because of that pressure, that wind. But still, it's still there, you know. So it's both.
Well, it's both,
Going
absolutely.
to
So I
the
was just going to
bottom of
say,
things, it's good.
that
I mean, I don't reject science. I'm a science nerd, but sometimes it's just bypassing the science and going with the magic behind it. Like, okay, I don't know why the sky is all purple, and if even if I know, well, I'll just bask in the beauty of it, you know. Yeah, my little poop. Yeah, trying to see rotation and colors. That's a hard one.
well, I kind of love it. I mean, I've learned to, well, for a long time. My eyes are interesting because I do see different colors, and when I would have to go into, because they didn't stop flaring up. I will do a thing on the 4th of July because I lost my eyesight on the 4th of July, so I'll do it. I love that.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That's very nice.
The finite central curve.
Yeah. And my eyes have to keep adjusting, so it's carried on to new energies. So I'm just quite interested in what they do right now and how I see. Because every time I went into hospital, because I had to go in for a week so that it would calm down, they put me on a drip for a week, which is a concoction of steroids and what's the other thing?
Morphine.
No morphine.
Morphine. More morphine.
Morphine.
Give me the morphine.
But they never knew how it was going to work. They give it so that it would stop, basically to stop the swelling down on the eyes. And
Yeah, I've had health issues
morphine and
with that a
morphine. I've
couple
got
of
the
times.
morphine, steroids, and cortisone. So
Yeah,
lovely.
cortisol. Yeah.
Cortisone, yeah, it's a beautiful concoction, and they don't know how it's going to work. So every time I would go in, then my eyes would change. Some of that. So then you have to adjust for a couple of weeks. And I remember the one doctor, at least it took the pain away, but it dropped my sight. My vision went down like hugely. I was just so happy. I said, I bet you've never had anybody run around your office kissing you because they've gone blinder.
Well, yeah. The pain. The
The
pain.
pain was, the pain had gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I have it quite a bit now. So I have to just, and it's quite interesting. I love that too. I was just thinking how one's got to, it's like I just adjust. So I'm in tune to being able to adjust to the new energies that are pouring in. So it's a very, very precious gift. So, yeah. Oh, thank you,
Thank
Kimmy.
you, Karen.
Yeah. And like you remember, and I was just saying to somebody that I had a big appointment today, and I said, like the eyes, it's. But if I go into a new city, it's a nightmare because I forget, because then it's really like I don't know where I am and I can't see, and I don't know that that's a step because it's very little 3-dimensional. Here I learned to memorize everything, so where I am, and then you become used to it. Yeah. Anyway. And I love these. These were just like incredible openings. No, you can't have any more. You're fat enough. You have got so fat.
Hey, Josh. Nice to see you.
Oh, Josh, good, beautiful dawning to you too.
Yeah, I couldn't participate on all your celebration stuff. Let's just say it hurt me a lot, but I sent you a nice little wave yesterday. So if you felt something out of nowhere last night, that was me. Because it was powerful. I felt it. So yeah, congratulations on your 1 year, and I love you, brother. Everything we're doing right now, everything that happens, all this family, it's all you, man. It's all you, brother. It's all thanks to you. So
Papa Josh did,
can't never ever thank you enough.
yeah.
So
Did
here's
open
my
up
little
the
video. Love you, brother. Thank you for everything.
Yeah. That was just so amazing with PG and I remember Josh was doing a Saint Germain that day, and it was the 8th of January. We were going to go live on the 1st, but then we chose the 8th instead of January. And we must actually go back and listen just for PG and I. Josh was like, he was in the best form he's ever been with Saint Germain. He was just pouring forth so much love and favor and blessings and stuff. And yeah, really interesting to PG and I going live. Yeah.
All said like that, Karen. Yeah, it does sound weird.
Um,
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, man, just thinking how far we've gone in a year. It's crazy. You were barely channeling when you started, and always saying the same story. And yeah, now you're channeling yourself. That's amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, we grew up together. And yeah, I'm so grateful for you, brother. Thank you.
I mean, how amazing that we are growing, and taking different, like, you know, yeah, that's part of life. It's like a tree, a tree doesn't stay static.
Mm.
And sometimes it does. It's called a bonsai, but even that grows, yeah. And you keep them small. But yeah.
I don't catch anyone at night. Oh yeah, and the beautiful bubble,
That
bubble,
bubble is so beautiful.
and
Yeah.
bunnies and googly eye. You made me laugh when you talked about the googly eyes on your stream earlier, Karen. That was funny. Yeah, I even forgot about my googly eye face. Things going so fast.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your googly eye headband.
Yeah, we have to just keep on top of stuff, guys. You can't, it's not like, obviously there's rest, but yeah, you have to just keep tracking.
Well, it does get overwhelming, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
when you get overwhelmed, well, you shut down the you shut down and you just rest. What else can you do? The worst thing to do when you're overburdened is to try and go deeper into spiritual stuff. I don't mean not going to go to the truth wave and stuff, but don't like spend your day watching spiritual stuff and trying to get to the bottom of why am I feeling like this. That's like one of the worst ideas.
Mm.
You just go outside and shut down your brain.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I was going to say, go outside, take a break, interrupt the thought. That's the best thing to do. Yeah. Put on some music but maybe you're not in that space, but just go for a walk and just try to like process those thoughts as quickly as possible. Give it to the earth, give it to the trees, give it to the water, give it to the breeze.
Because it
Look
does
for
get
bird feathers
overwhelming.
and
The more and
messages.
more we connect, the more and more we hear other people's thought and stuff. Think about like telepathy and stuff. And yeah, when you start hearing everything at once and starting to think, well, I'm everything, I'm that too, and that
Mm,
too, and oh,
mm,
it does get overwhelming.
mm, mm,
And that's when the system crashes. But yeah, that's my job.
mm. It's really helpful to get to a point to say but yeah, it's gone through all that everything. And then it's like actually enough. Just as I'm going to like hold this for a while.
Yeah, you just say like it might be true, but it's a bit much for today. So let's take a breath
Yeah.
and just yeah. Oh, what did you discover?
What? Tell, Victor. I thought you said holy cow, but crow.
Holy
Okay. I
crow,
like
that's
cow.
even better. Holy crow, it's an on subject.
Yeah.
Little bunny
I
pooping
love
milk.
that bunny. That's such the sweetest bunny ever. Thanks, bunny.
So cute.
Hmm. Yeah. What happens when you sign up for any new website? Oh.
Hmm? Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going
I have anticipation. What is truth? What is Victor about to?
to.
Hmm.
Damn, we did a lot of stuff, love.
We did, honey. We did. We did. We did. We did.
Just going back a bit. Damn.
Yeah. I want to share because it's like really opening up the fire. We must open up those again. That was like we were working with the fire there. Those with the sigils, and I was working with fire sigils. And then what happened? If you receive spam from someone, you'll know. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. That's beautiful. Huh.
We learn something new every day.
Huh. Hmm.
Ah, good times.
A storm in the soul kitchen.
Good time.
You reminiscing, PG?
Yes. Yeah, I won't start that. Can go on for long.
Yeah, you did create a veritable feast for now. But it's okay. We have to weave other stuff. There's a beautiful he's a knitter. I don't know if anybody knits. He used to be a painter, and his name is Kathy Fassett. Not such a nice name. If you're in South Africa, you can really play on that. But he was a painter, but he was also going into the office every day on the train in London. And he would read the newspaper, and he would see these grannies knitting, and like in like a couple of weeks or so, then they'd like start knitting something else. So they would knit jerseys and all sorts of things on the train. And he thought, this is like such a beautiful, valuable way of the use of time instead of reading the newspaper. So he started knitting. And he started to, because being an artist, when you see his studio, it's like an artist's studio, except it's got knitting needles and balls of wool. So of course he went into dyeing his own wool, but he used landscape and like sushi and whatever he saw, he would use as beautiful inspiration for his knitting creations. So I don't know how you spell his name, but it is Kathy Fassett. His work is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. So if anybody likes working with needles, and just really beautiful, beautiful work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it turns out I did play with the bees before.
Mm.
I was already playing with the bees a couple of months ago. Fascinating.
And bee power. Bee power is also, I mean, it's just that's the old stuff, but we're moving into new stuff with bee power, which we also like huge the feminine blueprints.
Chamomile.
Was that chamomile? It's beautiful. Yeah, you did a lot of awesome tea. Makes you feel as light as a feather.
Yeah.
But in Germany, you're used to it. There's really nothing private here. But we've known that for years, so.
Magic. Magic deck. Oh yeah, we can go through this all day.
Mm-hmm.
So, what magic spell are you doing today? I guess I'm going on wings.
On wings, I'm not sure. So we can talk. We'll see where we're going. I've got quite a bit, but I'm just pouring a lot of what am I doing? I am tired. No, my body's tired and my eyes feel tired. Who had oh, it was Millie who had gunky eyes. I was just somebody else here had gunky eyes. For no reason, she's been to I said, the doctor's not going to find anything wrong with you. This is what's happening. So she's had all the tests and she said, okay. What am I doing? Protection. Whoops. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
I love that Rainbow Bridge.
That's
what I saw in the sun yesterday. A big rainbow around the sun. It was beautiful.
It's beautiful, hey? Yeah. So
it's
beautiful.
huge. It's huge. When you think how big the Earth is and how big the sun is, damn, that's huge.
Very beautiful. So I'm just pouring and just like making it bigger and whichever way it goes. So
it burns. I got some. I got a little burnt yesterday in the face.
It's okay. She does have a little sting, and it's definitely a new sun. So a little while ago, I was saying just enjoy that sun because the sun has been changing, and people have noticed that like it used to be a yellow sun, and now we have a white sun. So that was that meditation. It's kind of, but it's too bright for me.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
I love bright stuff.
I know. That's your bubble. Keep you safe.
Like bubbles, yay.
Yeah. I must actually find, but we're off here. We're there. And I'm there already. So those are new codes.
And where I am, I have no freaking clue.
Yeah.
Ain't that fun? Isn't it fun not knowing where you are?
It's very nice. Yeah.
I know I'm not on Earth at 1:08 in the afternoon on this weird day.
That I visualize a lot. I hold that energy around the Earth. And these. So.
Hey, Lottie. Lottie la.
Lottie, can you play The Flight of the Bumblebee?
I just heard the fart of the bumblebee, and that makes me happy. Of course I did. You immature soul. You damn immature baby.
The Flight of the Bumble. So those are codes.
Bubbles. Hey, you never saw it.
I sent you that one. That one you've gone through.
So much going on. I can barely.
This is just in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I love that's yours. Beautiful.
I love that queen bee.
Lots of bee stuff, guys. So still just like, sorry, I'm like a little bumbling over my words. I am like really, the body's tired, the nose is tired, the eyes are tired. But just lots and lots pouring. Just it's tiring too, and it's because it's so tiring because there is like a lot of interference. We've worked so hard on like removing the interference, going out into the astral, being like doing the warriorship for years. Yeah. I mean, there are many days I wake up with scratches down my back, and it's like, injuries. It's like no ways that they got there. Bumblebee houses. Oh, that's just the bumblebees. Where else have we gone to? Ta-da!
Yep.
They're all over. And we haven't even touched the surface of the bumblebee.
Nope.
Oh, well, I love her.
I've been making honey grenades for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, we go on an adventure, and it's already the next adventure. Like 2 days after, we got big energy day, then the next day it's integration day, like big cutoff, and you gotta integrate everything. And then next day, well, new adventure, new call, new something completely different's coming up, and you just go with the flow, I guess. There's no time to just dwell on something.
So still just
Yeah, it's in the
pouring
making.
rain. Just pouring. Victor, you know, when I first started doing meditation with you, you used to do it like over the week. You would do a rainbow, I think. And now you just do the blue. I mean, it's great. It's not it changes, yeah.
Oh man, I miss Dali.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go back. I miss those so much. And Sida, you talked about the rain. That's basically what you're seeing. You said you saw pearls tied by strings.
Yeah, that kind of yeah, absolutely. And now he'll go and make some stuff. Yay! I know it's a very, but yeah, just try it. That's very fast. I know it's very difficult to play. So otherwise, listen to it. Listen, I'm sure there are people that can play it. You know, they're most probably like 7 years old, but that's also it's like go and listen on YouTube. The Flight of the Bumblebee.
Oh yeah, that one. That's a sick one. Yeah, only masters can play this one. Those songs.
Then my dad was a master, and he played from by ear. Eh? He didn't have the music. What meditations am I talking about? Oh, when I first started with Victor on Truthwave, he used to work through the color of a rainbow color. You know, at the top of the cap, he would work through the rainbow every day. Each day was a different color. Now it's just blue.
Oh yeah, I remember him going. He must be going with what he's feeling and what he's
It's
actually.
okay. No, I was just like I was thinking about it the other day because I remember when it kind of changed. But then I wasn't going regularly to Victor. Now I do, and I really enjoy going in the middle of the night for me because sometimes it's very dream time for me. So the energy is like really beautiful. So know that I really push forward that astral energy. So I'm not in my body. It's like 3:45 in the morning for me here.
No, let's really
When you
go
do,
back.
yeah, when you do the evening session, yeah.
Damn.
I do try to sit up and do it so that I'm doing it, yeah. Because I'm there for the meditation. I really, I just love pouring this stuff out and I just hang on Mother Earth. I jump into other things, but she's so good. I do work a lot with Mother Earth, my ancient future. That was my tea party.
Yep, that's yours.
With my buddies. Yep.
Couple of lifetimes ago.
It was, hey?
And that was us. That's us. Doing Truth Wave. That's how I picture when Victor says holding hands and
that energy is like I see it like a double weave through us like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a picture of that. Yeah.
Yeah. When we
Like a
together,
waveform.
that's how I see it. Yeah. At the moment, and anything can change, but for a while, let's us see that. It's beautiful. Network, weave work.
Oh, that's old. That's when we started.
I remember those. Yeah.
That is really when we started. First show.
Yeah.
Damn, they're beautiful.
Mhm. Yeah, we come a long way, baby.
Yep. Oh yeah. And we're not done. We're just starting
No, we just started again.
again.
Oh golly, we were just saying, it's definitely not a destination, guys. It's a journey, and it's like learning to adjust to the journey, to the energies. And in the beginning, it's like, what the F happened? So we wobble, but now we just know that it's okay. We're just adjusting to a whole new frequency, and is just really important. Well, it's for me, it is just to be outside. Hey, Jenny,
Clint,
Clint, hello.
glad to see you.
So it's just really important to readjust, and as you go along the journey, the path, you know that it's adjusting. It's like literally a journey outside. When it's hot, you take your jacket off, and when it's cool, you put your jacket back on again, or you tighten your blanket or cloak or whatever around you. When you're a kid, you don't always realize that that's all as simple as it is. That you just adjust. Yeah. Or you breathe. You can breathe yourself out of pain and out of cold and out of hot. Yeah. So do you want to go back and show some of your new stuff? That's beautiful. That beautiful flower of life. I do like when you save them, they actually give us the date, which is really cool that they were created. So it's really nice. Yeah. So we're still working. It's going to be a long time still to work with the Bumblebee code. It's going to continue, but we have just begun, and that's hugely a blueprint for the Earth. So, as I said, I don't know when, because that's what it means. It's living under the canopy of heaven, and that's hugely for me is our ancient future, my ancient future, your ancient future. Those prints for creating sacred space have been around for thousands of years. And
Get
they
a
are.
cloak with googly eyes,
It
Tristan.
was not cool. I cracked up when you came at me with that cloak.
Cloaks are cool.
You got to know how scary stuff was. It was like a little interesting. It was like, what the fuck is going on
I mean, it breaks all tensions when you put googly eyes on stuff.
here? Well,
Imagine Cthulhu or those dark beings, but with googly eyes. They're not so
yeah,
scary.
no, it was like really
They're actually funny.
deepest, darkest jungles full of scary magic and spirits and bad, funny things lurking in scary trees and crocodiles and anacondas and snakes and oh fuck. Off you go, boy. Go,
There
go,
you
go.
go. Uh, the scariest things are scared to laugh.
Yeah, and then he presents this to me. I laughed. I think I did fall off my chair. Mm,
I had to stop the googly eye face. Every image I took out where it came with googly eyes. After that, I'm like, okay, calm down there, though. Yeah, powerful infinities. The bridge. Fractal bridge.
Cool, Trista. Somebody's got their eye on you. I've worked with that symbol for a lot of things. It's like, but the eye is very big for me, that I keep my eye on a lot of stuff. It's my promise. For decades. So I do work with a lot of stuff. Meh. I love the third eye.
I mean, even I aren't safe from my googly eyes. Everything gets googly eyes. Everything.
Boop, boop.
And yeah. even seraphims or whatever.
This is amazing. That's beautiful. It's like a real warp.
Energies inversion.
So tons and tons and tons of tendrils out there, guys. Just like work. You can just elevate your threads of your being as well, just to elevate your energy and to put them out there. You'll see. They will grow as well. It's like your hair. Watch your hair. The love bubble.
Bubbles.
Oh, we need bubbles. Let's have bubbles.
Always on theme.
Magic universe bubbles. Remember, I didn't buy them. The universe supplied them to me.
Yep. Magic. That's how it works.
Woo! And you know I live in Germany, so we have no mess, no litter, nothing.
Well, do you have a license to do those bubbles? I think
I'm not
police
sure.
gonna
Do I
come.
have a license? You better be sure. I better have a license, frogs. Okay,
I'm calling them. I'm calling them.
Yeah, and then we'll tell on me. And then there are some really ridiculous laws. But as I said to Alex, I think it's just so that when they have a big law, it's easy. And they've been watching. They've never stopped watching. Yeah. In Germany, your birth date is not a secret. You just give your birth date and they'll tell you everything about you. Everything. Everything.
I don't know if they know about the bunny protocols.
Well, yeah, no, it's a lot of stuff out there that they don't, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Crayon eating day. Let's eat some crayons and draw on the walls. So, what's everyone up to today? What are you guys gonna do? Because there's big energy going through. I hear them in the back of my head.
Yeah, my eyes are spinning. I'm going to take a walk. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a reasonably nice walk. I'm going to talk to my willow tree. My willow tree always has something very beautiful to tell me.
Is it rooted? Rooted willow?
No, it's
Oh,
a young cheeky girl. She's very young. She's small. We've got big ones, but she's a small one. And along the way, I will see all the little faces in the trees, and new ones will pop out and say, hello, hello, hello. And sometimes I'll see a little fairy scurry. Or I haven't seen it here yet, but I have seen a real gnome like running. What the fuck's that?
Oh, really? I hear them, but I don't see them yet.
I've only seen that once. There was like, but it's like Victor. Once you've seen something, you know it's like. So, and I'm surprised I haven't seen them because really Germany is like the country that invented the dwarf, The Zwergen.
I don't know if they're inventing.
Well, they say they did. It's like, those garden gnomes that people have. They come from the originals. Kind of come from Germany. That shape, that look. The Dutch also did a lot. Now, what was I was reading a lot of stuff? Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot of big shit. And this one, I love this. Starbucks. Yeah. Just, don't get swallowed in by all those symbols too much because they almost all are tainted.
Yep, that's why, yep.
So just keep going, and yeah, we are making new ones. Some are based on old ones, some are from another space. Keep doodling. It's really important. Where's, I haven't seen her for a while. Beautiful Grace.
And Willow too. I hope she's okay.
Cobalt. Dark blue trolls living in caves. Yeah. Cobalt comes from the Congo, and cobalt is actually grey, but I don't know why we call it cobalt blue. It's beautiful blue. I love it. Mhm.
Yeah, you talked about tentacles. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing threads, like really like wispy things.
Well, they are. Well, I mean, yeah, we're almost at the point where we can't even talk about our stuff anymore because words just don't cut it, and that's maddening.
They had also the Smurfs. The
Yeah,
Smurfs come from Germany.
I love the Smurfs.
I never really got that into the Smurfs. And yeah, never forget, you know, as I said, I was like totally, you know, we call people like a Neanderthal. And I just always assumed they came from like Africa somewhere. But they come from Germany. There's a place called Neanderthal. It's about 100 kilometers away from where I live. And that's where they found the Neanderthal skulls and remains, the originals. And they're very cute. They're very short. They're like little hobbit people.
Old stories. Let's make the new stories.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I like to put that in because we have so much false information in our being, yeah, and we live by that, yeah. But as I say, well, I think one of the biggest shocks is going to come out that there were no cavemen, as such.
I mean, who even cares at this point?
No, not you, not I. No, yeah, I'm not really interested. But it's going to be a big shock for human
I mean, there's stories. You take the lesson out of the story. You throw away the story. You keep the lesson, and you apply it to your future stories. That's basically
We
how this
hear
should
you,
go.
PG. It's not about us. It's about there. And I know that whatever I say, whatever anybody says, falls everywhere. So
Yeah.
there are still people are waking up like rapidly all over the planet. France is burning.
What do you mean by that?
Hmm?
Like literally, or?
Yeah, Paris is burning.
Huh.
Yeah, they've already proved many. Yeah, many.
Yeah, it's just because I'm seeing a lot of people awakening and let's just say not making the right choices. Well,
Yeah.
there's no right choice, but they're choosing to loop again, and it hurts me
Mm.
when you want so much for others. But that's why I'm preaching.
Mm. Mm.
I don't know why that one's powerful too.
Very yummy. It's got that new. I had that in a dream a little while. It was like it was so different. So it's like, okay, what's going on? It was actually this. It was like like that. It's a new flower of love. It was like the chrysanthemum. You
Yeah,
know, chrysanthemum, yeah.
yeah.
But with all like gold and oranges and reds and bronzes. It was very beautiful, like that center. It wasn't that long ago. It was a couple of days. I know I drew it. When I wake up, that's like really, if you can, guys, the first 7 minutes, or if you, it's very pleasing to the brain. Eh? Yeah. Can maybe work on that inner thing. Yeah, because it's like the new sun coming in. We don't really know what's going on. We're just figuring it out along the way as well. And I am really blessed that I see the stuff. You know, I took it so much for granted for so many years. I've just like lived in La La Land my whole life. So very, very naive, double Aries.
So that means it's working.
Yeah.
It's working its magic in the background.
That's beautiful. It still looks like a fairy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never got to remind myself every now and again that that's all I ever wanted to be, and was a fairy with silver, gold, and copper wings when I grew up. And it was not a passing phase. It went on for a very, very long time that's what I wanted to be.
That's awesome, Karen. So you know they exist, you know they're real. That's how it starts for
Yeah.
everyone. I spent a year talking to orbs and like just stargazing before something actually interesting happens besides just moving stars, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, keep talking to them. They want to talk to you too.
Oh,
Oh, that's cute.
cute.
And you're a fairy.
Hmm. Yeah, we were lucky enough to get Lego my Oma would send from Germany. And then it was only in red, blue, and white, but it had windows. And I just made furniture and rooms and houses. I never really played with dolls. I wasn't like one of those doll mama people. Never occurred to me to have children. I had lots of animals, and they were my children. Each one, bonk, bonk, they were my lots. They were my children. But I didn't like do the whole baby thing, like most children do. Yeah.
That one always applies.
Oh. Oh, that's so sad. And
No fun
nothing
allowed.
really.
No fun allowed.
Yeah. You see, that's there, Karen Suki, is exactly where the trauma sits.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to just go back and unpick. And I make it sound so glib, but this is one of the hugest freedoms, is to do a meditation, think about when you were a child, what you wanted to be, because you knew exactly what you wanted to be. You just couldn't verbalize it. But you were verbal, you made weird noises, and your parents told you to be quiet. It was always shh, or shh. Be careful of the neighbors, be careful of the this. So those are the things that you need to unpick very quickly and get your freedom. Yeah. And yeah, a lot. I mean, that was like, yeah, don't disturb father. He's worked. That wasn't my thing, but it was in a lot of
I
people
mean, you
that,
don't have to go through everything. Sometimes
no,
just forgiving because you get it and you just
yeah,
forgive. That's all that's needed, and then move
mm,
on. You don't have to spend
mm.
days and weeks thinking about that.
No, please, you do this in a couple of minutes. Just
There
like,
you go. You just think, oh, he was like
yeah.
that. He was like that
No,
because
you
of
don't
that.
want to
I
do it
forgive
again.
him. I love him. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And just forgive. You know, that was my thing for quite a while, is like I walk around with this, like, what is it? A recycling chute, like you have in your kitchens in America.
Yeah.
And as the image, the thoughts come up, it's also part of my macabre body. So I'm working with two things at once, creating this beautiful crystal shield. And it's kind of white and crystal. And these thoughts just come and into the. Thank you very much for showing. Just like go and make compost, yeah, because that's what it's going to do.
Have a great ride, Victor.
Thanks, Victor. Go play
Bye.
nicely. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you in the dream time. I'm
Gonna
definitely
go.
on the dream node at late hours.
I'm working on my bike later. Yay.
Mhm. I know, girl. And my sister-in-law, she's like 10 years older than me, and her mother. It was weird. I mean, for me, they had to go to bed at 5 o'clock. They were really like seriously like disciplined into line. And then they had the children's lounge and they had the adults lounge. You couldn't go into it was like a mausoleum. Oh,
Hmm.
oh. Mm. Mm. I don't know when you got Lego in America, because we didn't have Lego then. So I just had a German Oma. She sent. It's also a very interesting story. He started off with wooden blocks, and then the factory burnt down, and then along came plastic. I was talking about because my father had a plastics factory, but I mean he started in the 70s. It was very different. They didn't know the shit, but he did make quite a big study of it.
I
Tinker
mean,
Toys, yeah.
it
You
has
see, you had
something to play
things.
with. Fair enough. It doesn't have to be Legos per se.
Shame.
I mean,
Oh,
sometimes not having toys made us go outside more, so we
yeah.
can think about that. We're so hyper focused on
Mm.
what we didn't have that we don't think about what we had.
Mm.
And it's the same thing in the now, I guess.
Mm. But all those things, they can be quite, but just go through the pain and then they become your strength. But they do program us, you know, it's give me a child until they're 7 and they're mine for life. And I've since even like in the first 3 years or yeah, in the first few months that really like and the whole birth thing, you know. If you're lucky enough to be able to ask somebody how you were, what your birthing experience was, that's like it's wonderful to be able to know and to cut that very quickly, because that will be how you go through challenges and obstacles in your life. You know, it's in the body. The body in the bones. It's programmed. You know, from the womb. You know that you love your baby in the womb, and that's like all relative. Well, there were always crazy people that did that along the centuries and before back. In the old days, they were really welcomed children, but we lost a lot. Yeah? And a lot of shameful pregnancies, which were also affected the child and your psyche hugely. So you're already born with shame imprinted into you. My mother, when she walked in South Africa with a dress with short sleeves, the Afrikaans tannies would spit at her. They were good at spitting in South Africa. They would spit at her and say, "Ach, sis, man." And if a woman smoked, in public especially, it was absolutely taboo. And that's not that long ago. Hmm? Hmm. But then they were all shagging the maid or the garden boy. So not all, but many. Many, many, many. Ah, yeah. And they had, but they took that book off the market. It was called, I think, The Island of Little Boys. Or Blood of
Pinocchio.
Blood. Yeah. Well, it was South Africa. We had, yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, it's the South African male mentality. Not all, but a huge amount is to be pregnant, barefoot, and in the kitchen. Do you have that saying in America?
Nope.
You
Well, not
don't.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. But when I would talk to Afrikaans people, they had very, very harsh upbringings. People my age and people a little younger than me, 10 years younger than me. A lot, not all, but a lot. But then on the other hand, you have the Afrikaans intelligentsia who really were part of the ANC and, you know, behind the things. Yeah. But they had, very hard. My mother had a very hard upbringing. Very cruel, very cruel, very, very cruel. You know, make you go and sleep out and very like the devil, everything very Christian or not Christian, whatever the fuck they were. You know, if you had any kind of insights, or she would touch like the tap and she'd like an electric shock. So she was banished outside to sleep under the house. They had those houses with sticks, with bricks. There were little tin houses. That's how they built them in East London. And it was full of snakes underneath there. And she was banished. She had to go and sleep outside because they told her she had the devil. She had the devil in her. She was small. She was like 5 or 6.
How do I even?
Yeah.
Yep.
Barefoot and pregnant, and a woman's place is in the home or in the kitchen. But it was here during the war. That was their mantra, was kitchen, church, and children. Küche, Kirche, Kinder. Kinder, Kirche, Küche. Yeah. In the UK, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Man, things are getting weird.
Yeah. What is a good wife? Who cleans, that's then, yeah, and cares for the children. But we had to change, yeah, because the woman is and but that's why I say if we would talk about the birds and literally the birds and the bees, we might have a better society, because the birds, the male, are always absolutely wonderful and they have to prove themselves to the women. And that was the African culture for long time. And just like in the last few years, when women started to make money, because then it also became a patriarchal society because of colonization, etc., which that whole male thing that swept the world. Yeah. So we had to really educate the men in all over Africa to say it's okay. Your wife's money is your wife's money, and it's okay if she makes more money than you, that she's a phenomenal business woman. But the woman in all Africa was originally the queen. She had kings, but she gave birth to kings, but she was the queen. And there was huge respect to the mother. But that's been so. If you take a person's culture or you destroy their gods, you will destroy the culture.
Do you?
Well, that was their thought.
You're cutting cords, but are you really shattering a world? I don't know, because that's the thing I'm dealing with now. People's belief are not rising them; they're holding them back, and it's killing me.
Sorry.
People's
Repeat.
belief are not elevating people; they're
Oh,
holding them
they,
back, and I'm dealing with
no,
all
they're
that
holding
these
them
days.
back. I hear you totally.
Sometimes breaking someone's belief isn't really
Yeah.
destroying them; it's just helping them move on. That's
Mhm.
how I see it.
But that's what I've said for a while, is that we've been believing a whole pile of bullshit. So that's why it's like holding us back. So we have to unprogram ourselves and tune into the birds and the bees. It's good old nature. Let her teach you. Go and sit still and ask under a tree, like, what the heck is going on? Just like, what must I believe? Where is it coming from? I mean, it's just like so interesting that, like, and I don't know how far back it goes, but in China, girl babies were not welcome.
Oh
For a
yeah,
long
that's an old one.
time. But in India, when you have a girl baby, it's celebrated and they say Lakshmi has entered the house. So, yeah. I was talking about lots of culture. Yeah. I mean, I can remember, because I went through the stupid happy clappy, which was great. I'm so glad I did, but it's like a big thing that attaches itself to you. And I was trying to hit this guy over the head with the Bible. And it was, now I'm saying I can't get into a relationship with you because I've left my husband and blah, 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 blah. And this is, now, blah, blah, blah. And it was so loud. It was like, why don't you put that book down, or was it that bloody book, down until you know what you're talking about? And I literally dropped the Bible. And then, of course, I must kiss it. But I didn't remember, this is just like, you join this thing and these energies come into you. Nobody's telling you. They're like, boom. It's a very, very powerful book and beautiful. There's a lot of beauty in it. But somebody was saying it's like, really, they should not be written as one book. It should be 2 very separate books. And a lot of people here have some of this Christian upbringing. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's why that's why I'm really, really, yeah. And it's not a religion. It's a way of life, and I just keep digging into it and learning more for myself and sharing with you guys what I know. Um, and just threading it together in my own way, yeah, which is also allowed in Indian, whatever you want to call it, philosophy. Not to stray too far from, but yeah, especially now, it's like it's reasonably fluid. Over the years, over the centuries, they've had people have their interpretations, or the rise, like the rise of Ganesha is not very old. Obviously, he was worshipped all over, or not worshipped, just brought into any new things from Japan to the Himalayas to all the Asian islands, obviously. But it's really interesting that he's hugely was venerated long thousands of years back to Japan as well. So,
Totally shit.
but it's only in the last like 200 years or so that he's made a resurgence, and that was somebody who I can't remember his name, and thought this guy needs to be venerated. I mean, the English tried very, very hard to stamp all of those things out. But that's another story for another day. Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the story. That was just the start.
That isn't even the start. Yeah. Yeah. I missed the India thing. I might still be able to get it, but I would love to go to India. I'm sad because I'm very blessed that I traveled way back before it was a touristy thing. Yeah, but they've held on to, and yeah, everything is sacred. I mean, even they've got it in the Vedas how to cook, how to plant your vegetables, so much, and they're doing so many wonderful things like recycling. They're really on a big thing with recycling, which is great. There was some man who's like he has school for the illiterate children. They don't have to pay, but they do have to pay. They have to come with bags of garbage to school, plastic garbage. Like we have our plastic recycling things, and then he recycles the plastic. So yeah, they have to pay with trash, and then they can come to school and learn to read and write. And I mean, almost all the gurus. I'm doing a sweeping statement. I would like to say almost all, but I think all of them have been to university, have studied. They're not stupid.
They're dumb. Just kidding.
No, they're so clever that they've got to like lose it all. So yeah. So we're also going to go. I know school should be free. And we should
Not only school, living should be free. Damn, everything should be paying
But
for living.
I
That's
do
such
talk
a joke.
about like systems which have worked, but they haven't worked. And if you hear me, I say I was like really glad I put my children in the Waldorf school and I went down that road. But hey, babes, was I so glad that I took them out the Waldorf school as well. So, but I will share some Waldorf stuff some more. I mean, it was a very, very beautiful system, and also created because of the war. The Waldorf, the name the Waldorf was a cigarette factory. And he started the school for the women that worked at the Waldorf cigarette factory, which was then taken over to become an arms and ammunition factory. So he created the Waldorf School for the children. That's how it began. So a lot of things come out of like chaos.
Everything comes out of chaos.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't build anything
Everybody
from
works
order.
together. Nobody goes hungry or cold. Well, Germany did. That's when I first came. Germany made Tante Angela. She made a promise that nobody would be hungry or homeless or cold in Germany. And she really lived up to that promise. Mhm. So therefore we have reasonable food and accommodation. And if you don't have the money, you can get it. But it's, everything's like got its problems, yeah. But that was, and she put it out. That's why I came. Yeah, I mean, there are many reasons that I came over. Besides seeing all these beautiful blue spots. Ding, 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 ding. There were no babies being made in Germany. They had no more children. Children were dying out. Yeah, people were more interested in their animals. So they put it out that they opened their arms to anybody of German heritage could come to Germany if they had children. Money's not a good sign. But then there's some also, I mean, if you're in the Arab Emirates, if you get married, they give you a house or they give you a huge amount of money. You don't pay taxes there. Taxing and interest is against Muslims. They're not allowed to do it. Yeah. America's crazy. I mean, I've been to America 3 times and yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting place. They did a whole big drive about 10 years ago for Muslims. How did it go? They had to go and study. They had to go and do the religious studying. But they were given huge amounts of money and good jobs, etc. It's sad, really, the taxation and, of course, what are they doing? Many years ago, I think it was still way back in the 70s or the 80s, they did 80s, maybe 90s, they did a survey in Japan as to whether they thought that the country was corrupt, the leaders were corrupt. And most of the people said, yes, absolutely, totally corrupt. But we don't care because everything runs smoothly. So you see, there's a difference. If they're doing their job. You've got a lot of what are they? The gangs, but they're not, there's another word for them. Where's PG? He'll know what the name is in Japan. So if you divulge or you do something wrong, they chop off your little finger. And it's one of the biggest surgeries that they do there, reconstruction surgeries. They take your pinky toe and they add it onto your finger. A lot of cultures, old cultures as well, they would have these outward things so that you were marked, In India, if you lied, they started rhino surgery. What are they called? Like the gangs in Japan?
The Yakuza.
Yeah, there's another like broader name. The very for the high-powered business. Almost everybody belongs to some kind of thing. I was just saying that if they do something wrong, then they chop the little finger off.
Yakuza.
Exactly.
It's Yakuza's 100%. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that felt good. Okay. That little pee break was
Yeah.
luxury.
No, they're lucky they've opened, but because they didn't like white people, and there's some people, some they won't sit next to you on a train. Not they've changed a little bit, but they will leave the seat empty. Nobody will go near you because you're white. They don't like you. You did horrible things. They blame you. You know? You did horrible things. 2 bombs. One wasn't enough. Okay, guys, it's getting too heavy right now.
Bubbles and kitty.
Bubbles, thank you, my love. Bubbles and cosplay and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, my mind just tunes out when we're starting to talk about those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah. Karen was so interesting. When I was in the States, everybody was so like fake sweet, the shop assistants. And in
Oh, I
South Africa.
hate that fake smiling or
Oh
fake.
no, when you've
Oh,
been to South Africa and everybody's so rude, it was like I said, I don't care, just give me the fake.
for
It's
me, it's
wonderful.
the Indians that always do that. There's a certain energy in India that just everything's fake and just I don't know.
Mm-mm.
It's like forced. I don't know. Well, whatever. I'm not judging anyone or anything. I'm just saying that I hate that energy.
Well, yeah, but that's like America at least, like for it's really like, hello ma'am, how are you today? Can I help you? And everyone's got the smile on their face and they all look like
Oh,
Archie
yeah.
in the supermarket.
Just
And
doing their job with over. Well,
yeah,
I guess I'm like that too a
yeah.
bit.
And it's like my son would like go into the stores and he would try on like so many pairs of shoes and then you'd like leave it. It's we're not his. No, it's fine, ma'am. It's just our job. And if I wanted to put something back on the shelf, oh no, ma'am, that's my job. Please do it. Give it to me. I mean, some was genuine, but yeah, a lot of it is fake, and it was just like. But yeah. However, authenticity. But if you really want to, yeah. So okay. Anyway, interesting world where everything's out there and still more coming out. So hold on to your seats, guys. Get your popcorn. Eat something fun. Sparkle up. Polish up your aura. Drink in lots of love into your hearts. Go through our beautiful artwork. Be full of rainbows or full of golden light or whichever that is for you. A picture tells. And I was just said the other day, we and you and all of us here are really very blessed to be able to visualize this artwork that comes through because it just depicts it's what's happening on whichever way you're seeing it. And it makes it more real or more easy sometimes for some of us to visualize. And that's why it's like that's how the Buddhists get to do the rainbow body. They just go into the cave and they meditate on pictures that people have drawn of the rainbow body. So go bubble. Go bubble, 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 bubble.
Yeah, well, everyone's leaving. We should call it
Yes, yeah,
2 hours.
sorry about that. That's so weird. It went through like a long big thing.
It did,
And
and
it's
time today is really fucked.
it's the energy. I
I blame
love
Scotty. It's always Scotty's fault. Just
it's
because I
funny
love
because he's not here.
him. I know. I still blame him.
Yeah.
Because
Just so
he's my
that
brother, and
Hugo
that's what
is
brothers do.
yeah. They've made a pledge. They did that like I think in 2017 because for the whole plastic stock, and they've made a pledge. What they started doing is they use and it costs them a lot, but they've started using it's biodegradable plastic, which is made from cooking oil, from seed oil, and hopefully that will be the bigger demand in life. Is the seed oils. They said right now it's very expensive because there's no demand for it. So there is a possibility to do biodegradable plastic. There are little bugs that will eat plastic. So I'm all because my parents were in plastic, so do kind of like the plastic thing. Yeah. Scotty's fault. Yep, he didn't have Lego. Did they get Lego in Hawaii? No, they only got monkeys and trees. Yeah. Art is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, you had Lego when they don't use a mold anymore. They try and damage it as much as they can, and then they bury it in like this whole ceremony in a secret location, and they pour concrete all over it, and then they bury it. That's what they do with their molds, lest anybody get their mold. Love you lots, everybody. My dog is going to be thirsty. Christmas dog. We love you, love you, love you.
Thanks
We
you
will be
everyone
here
for passing by. Love you
tomorrow.
all.
Not sure where we're going tomorrow.
Hang tight.
I know. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Karen. And they get into your things.
Thanks everyone.
So, yeah, these are definitely like images. A lot of them are images that are part of the collective unconscious and written on the temple of our souls. So they will awaken, and you will dream of go into these portals or wherever you go, because yeah, we're definitely on our way to superstars and new galaxies. Well, I am. I'm sure. I've got to make my drone work for me right now. Because he can dance and hum and sing, you see. I've got to, like, I'm boring. I can't dance. I'm not allowed to dance anymore.
And also
Love
the
you,
queen doesn't dance. That's interesting.
I know it's sad. And you know what's really sad is that I was such a brilliant dancer. I like seriously brilliant. And then they stopped my dancing and I cried. I said, but I want to dance. I want to dance. I want to dance. And my father said, no, it's not a profession. It was good for you to do that, like doing art and all of that, but now you must use your brain. Sad, eh? You see, so.
Oh, I mean, everything does its time. I dance too.
Huh?
I dance too. Everything does its time.
Yeah. My son did ballet. He wanted to do ballet.
Yeah, me too, Karen.
Yeah. Won all the prizes. And you know what was just so sad? Like, I might not have become a dancer. I mean, my father, they did terrible things to the dancers here during the war. But that's why I wanted, yeah, anyway. I would have been the most amazing choreographer if I didn't dance, as in dance. I do like dancing. I can dance. Yeah, so I would have done something wonderful with it.
Oh, that's
wow, awesome. Ballet. I did ballet, tap, Spanish, and Greek, and modern. I wasn't so. I mean, I was good at all of them, but in ballet, yeah, I liked modern very much. I went on to do one. Love you all, guys. We'll go dance the night away in our dreams. Lots of color coming through in your dreams. I hope you get it. So don't forget to write your dreams or in the middle of the night. And if you don't have a dream, just write what you felt, how you feel. Oops, in the morning, how do I feel?
Thanks everyone for coming by. Have a great day. See you soon.
Thank you so much. Oh, I love this. Bye.
Bye-bye.
We shall now end the stream.
For real.
For real. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's a German thing.